And I am Sananda, and I come to be with you at this time in these times of light, these times of light spreading across the planet, these times of light bombarding the planet more and more and more. You may not see the light, people may not see the light, but they feel it. They feel the light of truth coming forward in from so many different directions, from so many different sources. Light is spreading, truth is spreading. When you heard many years ago, the truth shall set you free, that is what this is all about. The truth setting all of you free, free from the forces of darkness that have held you down for so long a period of time, held those of the those of the human element, the human collective across the planet, held down for so long, mired within the darkness, but no longer. This is the time of light. This is the time of love. This is the time of oneness. So see that more and more and more as through your daily activities. See more and more people that are indeed awakening. Even if you may not be aware of it, you may not be aware of the one that is standing next to you that is holding light and sharing light within them. You may not be aware of it. You may not even be aware of those of your acquaintances, your friends, even your family that may be in that awakening state even right now. Because again, that is what this is all about, the Great Awakening. The Great Awakening that precedes the Great Solar Flash. Yes, one is leading to the other. And then when the solar flash happens, the Great Awakening will be even more pronounced across the planet. This is the great plan that the God Source, Prime Creator, has set forward so many thousands and even millions of years before this, leading to this point. Can you imagine yourselves, all of you, my brothers and sisters, the point that you are at now, that you have worked and waited for this for so long, and yes, you call it the end of the movie. And how long has this movie been playing out? Yes, it has been playing out for a long time, maybe thousands of years here on this planet, in this particular cycle that you are in now. But alas, the cycle is coming to an end. The movie, the long, winding movie, is coming to an end. And you are right at the cusp, or as someone said earlier in your discussion, you are at the crescendo of all that you have been waiting for. All you need to do at this point is just be who you are. That is what is so important at this point. Be who you are because you are light. Be who you are because you are able to share that light. Share that light just in your thoughts. Share that light in your very being. That is what you are doing more and more and more. And you will find that more and more people are indeed awakening across the planet. And those of your close family, your friends, your acquaintances, even many of those will begin to awaken. Will all awaken? No. Sadly, not at this point. But that is to come. That is their path. You cannot live their path for them. You can only live your own path. But know that as you are living your path, as you are living the light within you that you are sending that light to many, many more, and many, many more will and are awakening to the truth of who they are and why indeed they are here as well. I am Sananda, and I leave you now in peace and love and oneness, and that you continue to find the light within you, know the light within you, and share that light within you. Om Mani Padme Om Ma. Om Mani Padme Om Ma. Om Ma. Om. Greetings to one who serves here. No Shoshana at this point, but we will do what we can to answer your questions if you have them. We are ready for your questions.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, this concerns the white hats and also the plan. You referred to the plan, and we should trust the plan that none of us has really seen or know about. But over 2,000 people in North Carolina have now lost their lives because of the plan, I guess. And my question is, why can the white hats not stop HARP, the weather modification? Because I just saw some video of HARP antennas underneath the ocean next to Florida, and another hurricane is coming towards Florida right now, and all I have to do is destroy those antennas, destroy HARP. I'm just wondering why the white hats can't and won't do that. Is it just because it's not part of the plan?
We will tell you, and this will be difficult for you and all of you to understand, but yes, it is part of the plan, the greater plan, the greater good for all across the planet, not only there in the areas where you are speaking, but many areas across the planet are becoming more and more enlightened, where the darkness is fading away more and more, even though it does not appear that way, and we understand this. But we have said many times prior to this, and many other sources have as well, that the old three-dimensional matrix illusion must collapse. There must be an end to the old in order to begin the new. And that is what is in process right now. And even though it appears or it seems like those of the White Hat Alliance could end this tomorrow, and indeed they could, but they are not able to at this point because of the plan. Again, yes, trust the plan, because those that are in the plan are part of that plan. So those that perish in the ways that you have spoken of here, and many, many more across the planet, are part of the plan. They are part of the awakening process. For how would so many across the planet awaken if there was not something to help them awaken? You see? So, yes, we would just simply say, please, trust the plan. It is working out. Maybe not to your great satisfaction, but it is working out as it needs to at this point. But feel in some way enjoy here, because this plan, this movie, and everything involved with it is coming to an end. You will begin to see that more and more and more. And again, for those that have eyes to see up to this point, you have seen the various parts of this movie playing out. And most importantly, though, more and more people across the planet are gaining those eyes to see and the ears to hear. Okay?
No, I'm just saying that I'm very angry that they're not stopping this, because I can see that there are people that need to be exposed and it's after they need to be dealt with. But these are 2,000 civilians or over that they don't deserve to be punished for something they didn't do. But I know it's part of the plan, and I can't do anything about it.
My dear brother, the word you use, anger, that
Yes.
means that you are attached to this. You are attached to the outcome. And we would suggest to you and to all of you not to be attached to the outcome. Just let it play out and live your lives as you need to. Again, spreading the light, sharing the truth wherever you can, wherever it is asked for. And you will find that you will move through all of this. But if you have anger, then you are part of the problem in a sense because of your thought processes and because that anger goes out into the quantum field or the universal mind and becomes a part of that quantum field, you see, and adds more anger, more hatred, all of this on top of what is already there, rather than it would be better for you to have love. Have love. Have compassion, yes, but not anger. Not anger, because that is a strong attachment. Okay?
I'm just angry because it's a senseless waste of life.
But again, if you look at the big picture, there is nothing senseless here. It is all part of the process. We need to move on here. If there is any other questions?
Yes, hello, one who serves. This is Linda.
Yes.
And I have a question relating to this YouTube gentleman that I've been introduced to, this Tim Wiles. And he spoke about Earth's history and the continent of Atlantis and how 4 people on the continent of Atlantis prevented the sinking of Atlantis. So the first time, actually, I think is what he said. So can you please elaborate on that? And the archangel, I believe, is Archangel Michael. And so the 4 humans that were on Atlantis and their twin flames and higher realms helped save that continent at that moment. Can you please elaborate on that example? Thank you.
Will tell you that not only that occurrence, but it has happened in many, many times in many different places throughout the history of this planet and many other planets and systems and everything beyond this. So it is about even just one individual consciousness can change an entire fate, if you will, of an entire nation, of an entire continent, of an entire world. You see? Just as Yeshua, there is one consciousness there, one high level consciousness, high vibrational frequency consciousness that indeed changed a world. You see how it works?
Yes, I do. I felt very strongly about all of that, and it really touched my heart. So I thank you so much.
Yes. And we would add here that one of those 4, as you are saying, was also the one known as Thoth.
Oh, thank you.
Yes. Had other names as well, but that is one that you know of. We are ready for next question, if there is.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
This is Dalal. Last year there was in the middle of a hard earthquake in my region, and in the moment when the earthquake hit this region, I was asking Archangel Michael and God for help, and I was saved. Do it's the intervention of Michael, Archangel Michael, I save it, or
Please repeat your question and part of that now. You had an
Uh,
earthquake, is what you're saying, and
uh,
then what occurred after?
uh, yes, last year I was in the middle of a hard earthquake, a deadly earthquake. Many people are dying because of this earthquake. And in the moment when just few seconds when this earthquake heard this region, I asked Archangel Michael, and I see a white light, and I was saved miraculously. It is do I was saved by Michael, Archangel Michael, or just I was saved?
So you are wondering if your vision was correct, if it was indeed
Yes,
Archangel Michael and his blue sword of truth. That is your white light as you are seeing. This is your question?
yes, yes.
Then we would say to you, you have the eyes to see. This is all you need to know. You are already there.
Okay,
Understand?
thank you.
Yes.
Yes, yes. I have the inner knowing. I know just
Yes,
several
very much.
confirmation, but thank you,
Very
thank you.
much. Yes. Any other further questions here?
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
So, and hopefully this will just clarify or help the group as a whole, but so I found myself getting a little bit sucked into the movie with the whole North Carolina thing, and it's kind of like Maui. It's kind of like a repeat of Maui. Now, I thought about a lot about that. Why? Because I started to get angry, but then I was like, okay, wait a second, where is that coming from? So to me, it seems like there's a program that's a deep program that when something bad happens, like of that, we have our compassion. And I don't want to take away that part because I feel like we're going to have more events like this going forward. So my general question is, how do we treat events? What is the highest possible vibrational response? Probably my best way to state that, to future sort of these events where we see disaster and death and then things of that nature. Number one, we don't know the extent of the damage. But number two, it's kind of like we want to have that compassion. We want to have that sense for our brothers and sisters, that, you know, for their suffering. But then when I realize is, well, what kicks into the anger? Like what causes anger? And it's because I feel like there's a program that we always want to blame something or blame someone, whether it's the dark hats, the white hats. You know, someone's not doing something. Someone's to blame for this, right? Someone steered that hurricane there. Someone did, like, so is our big problem what triggers a lot of that anger, I think, is having sort of this program, this victimhood where we always have to go find someone to blame for any event versus just holding compassion, holding neutrality, and just letting it be, just letting it, you know, play out as it is.
Indeed. Think about how many lifetimes you have had. Not only, again,
Right.
you are asking this question, but all of you. How many lifetimes you have had? How many times you have been through these types of situations, whether they are hurricanes, earthquakes, volcanoes, storms of many different types,
Right.
battles, wars, all of these things where you have seen destruction and death in many different levels, many different places and times, and all of this. So this is part of your programming, the programming that shows all of this death and destruction for many, many, many lifetimes that you have had. So here you are in this lifetime where you have awakened, your consciousness has raised, and you realize there is no need for any of this. But there is still that program that hides there within your ego that is telling you that, again, this is death and destruction, and it is not needed. So the anger swells up within you from the past times. Those times when you were either on one side or the other. You played the dark side, you played the light side, you see.
Right.
So it is
Yeah.
all part of the great programming that you have had. But again, now you are here now in the awakening process, in the ascension process, and you are ready to leave all of this third dimensional illusionary programming behind here. And it frustrates you. No end,
Correct.
we will say here. And but we will tell you that you need to let go. Let go of all this. Have compassion, yes. Most importantly, have love. Share love. Send light to those areas. You know how to do this. You all know how to do this. Send light to those areas. Do not be angry at what is going on because, again, yes, it is part of the plan. And those people that perish are part of that plan. They have agreed to be here and go through this process. You see, it is their path to what you might call a greater salvation when they leave this planet, when they leave this life, and they find themselves in the other side where everything that was despair and negative situations and all of this, that is no longer. There is only love and light on the other side. You see, as they find their greatest aspirations realized. You see.
Yes.
You
So we basically hold compassion, send our love, but do not get triggered into any outcomes and just let everything play out. I did realize that that's probably a program that came from prior lives. Thank you for confirming.
Yes, very much so. Any further? We take one more question if there is, otherwise we release channel.
Yes, I have a question.
Yes.
Regarding, and I'm much of the mind of Kent, what he spoke before. I've been thinking for, since this Diddy business, that this was going to blow the lid off of everything. But I also had this concern, like, so the guy comes out, right on TV and says, hey, we're going to start bringing these people, holding these people accountable one by one by one. So I'm guessing there is, but I just want to know and feel that there's some protection in place. First of all, yes, is it true that this Diddy thing is going to be a major eye-opener for people? And second of all, what protections, are there protections in place for these folks that are bringing these lawsuits, these prosecutors and witnesses and all of that stuff? Is there a plan to keep them safe?
We will tell you to think of about a pot of water on the stove, on your burner. And as you turn up the heat and it begins to boil, it begins to get hot rather, and then eventually begins to boil and then boil over and all of this as the heat becomes stronger and stronger. Here in this case, as the light becomes stronger and stronger, overcoming the darkness, then the truth is boiling over. That is what is in the process of happening.
So is that Diddy going to be a major player, and are those witnesses and prosecutors going to be somehow kept safe?
That is what we are saying here. As the truth comes forward, then more and more of your media will come around, we will say here, and also take the light within them. That is a change that is in process of happening even now, as even those of you on your discussion spoke of earlier, that your what you call the mass media is beginning to turn, and will continue to do so.
Great, great.
That don't will be replaced.
Okay, that's good to know. Thank you.
We need to release channel here now, and we just simply say, keep the faith. Keep the faith. Keep knowing that everything is indeed happening for a reason. Those that are a part of this plan have chosen to become a part of this plan. Whatever part they play in it, just as those of you and the parts that you play chose to be here to do this. Shanti, peace be with you. Be the one.
This call is being recorded.
Of my love. I protect you by the armor of my power. I raise you by the hand of your own divinity. I bless you with the fullness of my light. I give you the scepter of your own dominion. I seal you in the eternal freedom of your ascension, in that ecstasy supreme, the presence of the diamond heart. I am. And so, beloved family, we are welcomed into this perfect moment. I ask you to take one deep, cleansing breath as we begin. For this is the breath of life, the breath of love, the first and eternal gift from Source. Here now we focus our attention on the threefold flame within our heart. The golden flame in the center is our eternal connection to Source, activated with every heartbeat. And the golden thread that rises from it connects us to the central sun. See this golden flame grow and expand to encompass the entire physical form and all your higher mental bodies. The pink flame, which represents the divine aspect of Mother God, and the blue flame, which represents the divine aspect of Father God, come together in perfect harmony and balance, dancing together to create the violet flame. Picture the violet flame growing and expanding to encompass the entire physical form and all your higher mental bodies. As you picture this for yourself, know that you activate these energies within every human heart, rising up, raising up into perfect unity. Now, visualize yourself holding your arms out to your sides. This is the diameter of your tube of light, a beautiful, seamless pillar of white light which keeps you protected and insulated from this moment on. Visualize beloved Saint Germain and the violet flame inside your tube of light. Feel the love, the power, the purity all around you. Breathe it in. Visualize the violet flame outside your tube of light for added protection. We now call upon beloved Archangel Michael and his sword of blue flame. This brilliant blue and powerful sword of truth. Feel how it fits your hand perfectly. Bring it to your heart chakra. Set your intention. Raise it up. Swing it around your head and down around your entire body and 2 times under your feet. Feel how the violet flame consumes and transmutes all these energies you have released. Feel the freedom you have achieved. We also ask the beloved Goddess of Purity to hold space in all these areas until our ascension process is complete. Now, take a moment. Look down your tube of light. It is bottomless. It continues down into Gaia, inner Earth, and connects you to the crystalline energetic structure of Mother Earth. Now, look above you. See your tube of light. It is never ending, reaching high into the heavens, connecting you to the crystalline energetic structure above the earth and onward to the galactic central sun. So now we say, thank you, beloved mighty I Am presence, for this tube of light, which keeps me invisible, invincible, and invulnerable to all negative creations, and keeps me free now and forevermore until I am sealed in the eternal freedom of my ascension. And we thank thee. It is done by the power and might of 1,000 suns. For the light of God never fails. The light of God never fails. The light of God never fails. And the mighty I Am presence is that light.
Now remaining in your tube of protective white light, focus a moment on your breathing as you take several deep cleansing breaths. Going deep with each breath, just focus on letting go of the outside world, becoming more and more centered within yourself. As you take a deep breath now, breathing in the light, and exhale out any tension, stress, negativity of any kind. Just let that go out gently with the exhalation of your breath. Now take another deep breath, breathing in the light. And exhale out the darkness. Again, breathe in the light. And exhale out the darkness. Now put your attention in your etheric body and become aware of the 9 chakra centers that have become awakened and reawakened within all of you. And pay particular attention to the alignment of those chakras. And if they're somewhat out of alignment along your spinal cord, just simply nudge them back in with your visualization. And starting from the Earth Star chakra just below your feet, see that as a deep earth brown color. Moving up to your root chakra, the base of the spine, see that as a beautiful ruby red color. To the next, brilliant bright orange. Solar plexus area, yellow. Heart center, deep blue green. Just above the heart center, the high heart center, magenta. Throat area, sky blue. Chakra in the middle of the forehead, earth, the third eye center, purple or indigo. And then the crown chakra at the top of the head, gold or violet or silver. And then the soul star chakra, just above your head, pure brilliant white. Now, as you focus on all of these chakra centers, focus on the intensity of those colors. So as the red, the yellow, the blue-green, the blue, etc., just see those at the highest intensity you can. Visualize the highest intensity you can of those colors. And know that as you raise the intensity, you raise the vibrational frequency within that chakra, which, as you know, raises the frequency of the corresponding glandular structure and raises the vibrational frequency throughout your body, your entire cellular structure as well. Now, bring all of the chakra centers together, merging them all together as one into the soul star chakra. And that now becomes your Merkaba light vehicle. See that as a three-dimensional six-pointed star and move your conscious knowing self into that Merkaba light vehicle or your light body. And see this light body now completely surrounding your physical form. And know that you are this light body. You are not your physical form. Your physical form is but an avatar to be used in this lifetime, just as you've used many different avatars in many different lifetimes previous to this. So now, feel and know the vibration, the vibrational frequency within your Merkaba light vehicle. Feel the vibrating all around you and feel the sensation of that vibration throughout, not only there in your Merkaba light vehicle, but throughout your physical body, your etheric, your astral, and your physical body. Feel everything vibrating now as you begin to separate, if you will, from your physical body as you move upward. Just float upward in your Merkaba light vehicle. Just float upward in your light body, leaving your physical body behind. And get that sensation of moving beyond your physical body, hovering over it, if you will, and then floating up higher and higher through the roof of the building, wherever you might be, up into the sky, through the clouds, until you pass the Earth's atmosphere and become aware of the millions and millions of ships that are out here, all cloaked, all to not be seen by those upon the earth that do not have the eyes to see at this point. And become aware of the heavenly bodies of the solar system, all of the planets in the solar system, and the sun itself, and the energy within not only the sun, but all of the planets of the solar system, all emanating energy. Feel the entire solar system emanating that energy out into the galaxy beyond, and galaxy beyond galaxy. The energy is moving both ways, not only coming from the central sun of the universe and through all of the great suns of all of the galaxies. Yes, the energy is coming down from all of those, but the energy is also going up. So above, so below. The energy moves in every direction. So feel that energy that is coming down from the great central sun of the universe through all of the suns of the galaxies, the billions of galaxies and billions of central suns, through the central sun of this galaxy, your Milky Way galaxy, and through all of the planets of the solar system, and then through the sun itself. And see that energy, that wave of energy, or rather waves of energy, leading to that one great wave of energy, that which you call the solar flash, or what will bring about the changeover here to this planet, and to the solar system, and out through the galaxy itself. And feel that energy now moving down to the planet. You can be in both places at once now, high above the earth, looking down, seeing your physical body way down there, and all the people and life here on the planet, seeing it from above, just as those from the ships are seeing the vistas in front of them. And you now can also be there on the planet, not just in your physical body, but just feel yourself. You can actually be in 3 and more places at once. So you can be in your physical body, you can be standing there on the surface somewhere in the planet, and also high above the planet, looking down. But most importantly, feel the energies as they come from the sun, the great waves of energy that have been coming down for some period of time now, wave after wave of energy hitting the earth, spreading across the earth. And see this energy spreading across the entire planet as it connects to the Christ consciousness grid or the crystalline grid that is all around the planet, there in the etheric form, not in the physical form, not in the third dimensional form, but in the etheric form. Etheric energy. And that energy coming from the great central sun of the universe, again, through all of the suns and the planets and so on, through this sun, this solar system, and to the Christ consciousness grid, and spreading out throughout the Christ consciousness grid. And notice that the Christ consciousness grid is complete. It wasn't for a long time. It had been, in a sense, broken in various places throughout the planet by those of the dark forces. But it has now been completed by those of the White Hat Alliance, which includes all of the galactics and Agarthans and the ascended ones. All are working on this, just as all of your consciousness coming together as a collective are connecting, have been connecting the various points upon the Christ consciousness grid. You can almost see it, if you will, as an electric grid, where energy is flowing throughout the planet, around the planet, in the planet, on the planet, connecting everywhere, connecting all of the sacred places upon the planet, all of the vibrational places across the planet, connecting one to the other, to the other, to the other, and where at one time many of those sacred places had turned to darkness, they are no longer of the darkness. They have turned to the light. And see that. See all connecting as light, connecting across the planets, on the planet. Again, connecting all of those great sacred places across the planet and the ley lines. See all of the connecting ley lines now, connecting across the planet. And light filtering in everywhere, light illuminating darkness everywhere, especially in those places now where you see or you still see or hear of the darkness across the planet. Those various countries that are at war or in various battles and skirmishes, and places right here in your America, United States for America, those places that are still showing the darkness, even if just for a period of time, a small period of time. And you need to look at it in that way. It is just a small period of time where the vibrational frequency is increasing, and it is increasing because of these disturbances in the darkness. The disturbances which are bringing that darkness, those shadows, into the light. And that is what this is all about. That is what all of the turmoil and everything that you are seeing across the planet is. It's an awakening process. Light is not only winning, my friends, but light has won already. That's the way you need to continue to see this. But for now, see again light having spread now all across the planet, and from your vantage point high above the earth, see that light that has completely surrounded the planet now. And all of pockets of darkness, wherever they might be, are being illuminated by the light. And see that as if a match is lit in a complete area of darkness, a complete dark room. And what happens? That small light from that match illuminates a large portion of that darkness. Bring more of those matches, more of those sources of light into that darkness, and what happens? Everything is illuminated across the planet. That is what you need to see now. That is what you need to visualize. Whenever you have a moment, visualize light everywhere. Light within you, light around you, light in your close proximity around you, and further and further and further out, and see that light growing further and further out whenever you have the opportunity. That is how the light is spreading, with more and more and more people coming together and sharing and spreading that light, realizing more and more that they are the light. You are the light. You are the love. You are the truth and the oneness. Now, if you will, come back. Begin to find your way back to your physical form. And come back into your body, bringing that light, that love, that oneness, that peace, that higher consciousness, higher vibrational frequency back in with you, and feel the full vibration in your body as you merge back in your astral and etheric body, your light body coming back into your physical form. Feel everything again vibrating within your body now. Feel light and see light moving throughout your body, into every corner of your body, every nook and cranny of your body. See your cellular structure becoming more and more light, more and more crystalline, if you will. The carbon cellular structure is turning more and more crystalline, allowing for higher and higher vibrational frequency, which then brings higher and higher consciousness, which then brings higher vibrational frequency and higher consciousness, and so on and so on. Come back now into a complete state of consciousness and circulation, fully revitalized and refreshed.